Welcome back. Been tracking some storms around the area, and some of them have been on strong to severe side. So let's go ahead and zoom in on our first alert radar network. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning in place for East Feliciana Parish, also St. Helena Parish until 7 p.m. and it's for this storm here. It's producing a good bit of lightning. Also, you notice a lot of the red, heavy rainfall with that as well. But the main reason is because we could be seeing some small hail with this storm. So this looks to be right to the south of Clinton. So if you see any hail, take a picture, make sure you send those reports to us. But yeah, this is looking like a pretty healthy storm here. But we've been seeing some other healthy storms too, as well as to the north. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Pike County. This was a tornado warning, but the National Weather Service has now expired that for this storm, also producing a good bit of lightning and heavy rainfall with that one. Down towards the south, you can see what I did circle to see where that rotation is, but now that it's weakened, no longer have that warning in place. So we continue to keep an eye on this. If you notice, not everybody is seeing those storms. A lot of us are actually on the dry side right now. So any of the storms that are up right now, I think really will fizzle out in an hour or two. Here's 8 p.m. May see an isolated storm still left, but that by the time we get to sunset, lose the heating, everything should fizzle out and be nice and quiet for the overnight hours. But not going to stay quiet for long. Already giving you the first alert, heads up for another round of severe storms possible by this midweek, and that looks to be by Wednesday. Here's the setup. Look at this big swirl. This area of low pressure off the coast of Mexico. There's high pressure off towards the east, and so we're seeing area of lift in between that. So watch this. The Storm Prediction Center has issued severe weather for tomorrow for places all the way down to Texas, up to Midwest, and there's 2 areas in the orange that's a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for severe weather. So this is tomorrow. We're not included in that. Then by the time we get into Wednesday into Thursday, now parts of Louisiana is underneath that severe weather threat, and we're included in that here in South Louisiana. Most of us included in that level 1 out of 5 marginal risk, but that 2 out of 5 slight risk just barely clipping our northwestern portion of our viewing area. So let's talk about timing. I've got this starting at Wednesday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon because I do think we're going to be dry, just warm and breezy for the first part of the day on Wednesday. Then we advance this into the early evening, 6 o'clock, starting to see some isolated to scattered showers, increasing in coverage by the time we get into the later part of the evening. Here's 8 p.m. So I think the bulk of the activity will move through late Wednesday into early Thursday morning. The main threat with this is going to be some damaging winds. You can kind of see the model curving here into the overnight hours. Now the good news is it moves out very quickly. The model has it in New Orleans around 3 a.m. So we may see a couple isolated showers behind that in the morning, but for the most part we'll get some improving conditions throughout the day on Thursday. Here's what it looks like outside right now on our Sky 9 camera in Walker. Very cloudy, very muggy if you're not underneath one of those storms that I've been tracking. 81 degrees at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport, but it actually feels, we have a little bit of heat index, feels like 84 right now. So temperatures will continue to drop, so will the storms will drop off by the time we get into the later evening into the low 70s. So it will be a warm and muggy start for tomorrow. Another warm day, temperatures climbing into the upper 80s. I do have it dry though. We're dry until Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, tracking that severe weather threat into early Thursday. But behind that, look at that. We've got a cool down, upper 60s for Thursday afternoon, 70s into Friday, but then we warm right back up for this upcoming weekend. All right, stick around.